Dustin Ashby alongside Adam Frillman here on the Back Nine. Again, your exclusive online video show. Adam, it's time to handicap the Metropolitan Match Play Championship taking place at Old Warson Country Club. It's the top 16 based upon last year's points. They find their way to Old Warson to kick off the season. Let's pick these guys. Skip Berkmeyer against Jack Eisenbeis. They're off at 7 o'clock. Who do you like in the first match?
Well, it's hard to pick against a guy who's won this tournament many, many times, so I'm going to go Skip Berkmeyer.
All right, as will I. All right, Patrick Reardon, who played really well down at the Ozark Amateur last week, he gets Ted Maloney at 7:10. It's the second match of the day. Who do you like here?
Well, now that I'm kind of in that mid-am age, I'm going to go with the older guys and Ted Maloney. All
right, I agree with this one as well. All right, Jeremy Franklin. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to actually pick the upset here. Ted is always, for some reason, I've always been Ted's nemesis at Old Warson. So I'm going to pick against Ted. That way he's going to actually win the match and advance and be able to tee it up against Skip. So I'll take Patrick. I'll take Patrick Reardon. You can have Ted Maloney. All right, Jeremy Franklin against Taz.
You know, I like Taz too. I think he's a gritty veteran, even more veteran than many of them. So I'm going to go with Taz.
He's old. You can say it, Adam, here on the online version. You can say Taz. He's old. He loves Old Warson, plays well there. I'll also pick Taz. All right, JJ, who had a great year last year against Brian Craig from Norwood Hills.
You know, we've had JJ on earlier in the year, talked to him about his game last year and what he's expecting this year. I think he's going to freewheel it, so I'll go with JJ.
All right, I'll take Brian Craig in that one. All right, Justin Bryant, last year's champion of this event. He defeated Skip Berkmeyer in a great match and then lost to Skip later in the year at the Missouri Amateur Championship Finals. He gets UMSL graduate Tim Cochran.
You know, my heart says I got to go with Tim Cochran, but my brain says Justin Bryant's the guy to beat there.
All right, I agree with that one as well. Justin Bryant wins that one. Buddy Allen against Bob Hannikin in the sixth match of the day.
You know, we got to get out to Fox Run, play with Coben a week ago. Fox Run's a tough track. Buddy Allen plays. I'll go with Buddy.
Okay, as will I. Phil Caravia, another veteran here beyond the mid-amateur stage, and Jason Shunn, UMSL graduate, you know, a younger guy in the field. So it's Phil Caravia against Jason Shunn.
I'll go Phil Caravia again. We've talked to Phil a bunch of times. He's a good player, guys. You know very, very well. I'll go with Phil.
Yeah, he won the Eastside Amateur last year, qualified for the USGA, the Amateur Public Links up at Bandon Dunes. And so, yeah, I agree with you there. I'll take Phil as well. Frank's son, Alex Cusimano, against a former Metropolitan Amateur champion in Eli Grant.
You know, both those guys have won golf tournaments in the last couple of years, but, you know, I tend to go to those types of match players, with more veteran players, so I'll go Eli Grant.
Okay, as will I. All right, so round two. You've got Skip against Ted Maloney. Who do you like advancing on Saturday afternoon?
Well, you got to feel silly picking against Skip. I think he's been in the final, if he hasn't won it, for the last who knows how many years in a row. So I'm going to go with Skip here.
All right, and I've got Skip against Patrick Reardon. You know, despite how well Patrick played at the Ozark, I agree with you. Skip plays well at Old Warson. He wants to get back in that championship match. I think Skip will advance to Sunday morning. All right, we have Tom Berry against, for you, Jeff Johnson.
I like Taz. I think he's geared to play. I'll pick Taz here.
All right. I've got Taz against Brian Craig. I'm going to say 2 rounds in the same day is just too much for Taz. Brian Craig will advance to Sunday morning in my bracket. All right. Justin Bryant against Buddy Allen. Both of us have the same bracket here.
I'm going to go Justin Bryant again, defending champ. It's hard to bet against guys that have won on this golf course. So I see a lot of value to that. Justin's the guy.
It's hard to beat the champion. The guy wants to get back to that championship match. He's felt it. He's tasted it. I agree with you. Justin Bryant will play on Sunday morning. All right, now we've got Phil Caravia against Eli Grant.
It's kind of a toss-up in my book here, but I'll go with Phil Caravia.
All right, I agree. Phil is a good match play player. He has the experience. I think Phil will advance as well to Sunday morning. All right, so let's figure out.
With these guys, you never know how much golf they're playing leading up to this, because every year your life changes a little bit more when you get older.
That's true. That's very true. We all know that. You know, for sure, both of us do. All right, so Sunday morning we've got, let's see, Skip Berkmeyer against. For me, it's Brian Craig in that match, and you've got Skip Berkmeyer against what? JJ?
No, Taz.
Taz, okay.
Make it there. So again, I'm gonna ride Skip Berkmeyer to the final here. Hope I can find somebody I think might beat him, but we'll see.
Well, I agree with you there as well. I think Skip's going to find himself back in that championship match again. And then in that lower part of the bracket, it's Justin Bryant against Phil Caravia.
I'm going to go for a rematch from last year. Skip and Justin Bryant are going to go at it again.
I told myself we would not do this, and here we are. the same two guys once
You
again.
got a chance now. Pick Phil.
And I just don't see it happening. I mean, he's playing some good golf. So Justin Bryant. So we have the rematch again, the rematch of last year's Missouri Amateur Final, and the rematch of this championship, where Justin Bryant won in round 1, Skip won in round 2. Who wins in round 3?
I'm going to pick Justin Bryant. Do it again.
All right, I'm gonna have to pick Skip just so we have somebody else, because it's a toss-up. It's a coin flip. So I'll take Skip. You've got Justin. So there you have it. We're breaking down the 2012 Metropolitan Amateur Match Play Championship. We'll see whose bracket serves out the best. Thanks so much, Adam.
You bet, Dustin. Talk to you soon.